Okay, Wemby, Victor Wembanyama. He's the defensive player of the year, but he's not the MVP. Um, I think that Wemby should not have advocated for himself to be MVP. I don't think that it's going to do him any damage in the future because the media loves Wemby, um, which is cool, I guess. Um, but I don't think that. I think that Wemby is a really good player. He's not great yet because you can't be great if you haven't done anything in the playoffs. I just want to get out there. The reason I brought that up is because I feel that Wemby is getting a little ahead of himself when he talks, just like how Skip Bayless has eloquently put it as well. And Skip Bayless is was a Spurs fan, so if he says this, then you know there's some merit to it. I've been watching Wemby for a minute, and I think that he does some good things, sometimes great things, but he's not an MVP because, first of all, I can't get behind giving an MVP to a player who plays significantly less minutes than the other candidates. Luka, he's played 36 minutes a game. Jokic is not far behind that. Shea's playing 33. Cade, Jaylen Brown, those guys, they're playing all 30, 31, 32 minutes per game. Like 33. Like no one is playing under 30 minutes a game winning MVP. That's just, again, you're not on the court. And people say, well, look at the impact that he has on defense. Okay. When have we ever seen players win MVP awards because of their defensive impact? If the defensive impact is more than the offensive, that doesn't happen. There's an award for that. It's called Defensive Player of the Year. Because at the end of the day, basketball is about putting the ball in the hoop. If you can't score, the game-winning shots, if you can't get to the free throw line in crucial moments, if you can't carry an offensive load when the role players aren't stepping up, especially on the road, you're not valuable. You're limited based on the situation. We talked about two-way importance. Yes, in two-way importance, offense is still more important than defense. And Cade, Shea, Jaylen Brown, who we're going to talk about next, their offense is better than their defense, every single one of them. And their defense is great and elite at times. They're not on Wemby's level. I'm not gonna be a hater, but Wemby's 7'6", the 8-foot wingspan. I'd expect him to lead the league in blocks. He should be top 3 in rebounding. So again, he's fantastic, but he's not even averaging 25 points per game. I don't know which years he would even win the MVP, like with these stats, if you put him against past MVP winners, because he wouldn't beat Shea last year. He wouldn't beat Jokic in 2023 or 2022. He wouldn't beat Giannis in 2021 because Giannis was averaging 30 points per game, or 2020. I don't remember who won in 2019. Harden won in 2019. These are historic seasons. Like, offense is great, but defense is great, but offense is what's the more important thing. His team also, if you look at the advanced stats, his team, they're fine. I want people to understand that when you have the opportunity to game plan for a team, it's much easier to beat them. But when you don't, they're going to hit you like a train. What I'm saying is that the Spurs snuck up on a lot of people. Just like how us fans didn't expect the Spurs to have this record. Just like how a lot of media members, everyone wrote them off, including their opposing teams. And by the time they figured out, okay, the Spurs are legit, it's too late. One of my hot takes, I'm going to go into another video, I feel like the Spurs are not going to get this many wins next season. Even if they stay fully healthy. Wemby plays a full season because there are things in their games that coaches are going to zone in on and figure out. I feel like if you watch a lot of great teams across sports, they have these breakout seasons because nobody is paying attention. No one's writing for them. Like the Thunder, no one feared the Thunder last season, so they got 68 wins. But the postseason exposed there's still the youth and inexperience, but it was because of Shea carrying the load that they won the title. So what I'm saying is you're going to see a lot more losses on the Spurs record next season. If you look at the advanced stats, again, you nerds, you can look into that. You'll see that the Spurs offensively have a lot of firepower outside of Wemby. Like, in the regular season, defense wins championships, but in the regular season, that's what the MVP award is about. It's about, talent, roster construction, and coaching. Wemby has a lot of help. He has Stephon Castle. He has Devin Vassell. He has Keldon Johnson. He has Dylan Harper. He has De'Aaron Fox. Right? He has help. And you have Kelly Olynyk. You have Biyombo. You have, what's the other guy's name? There's another guy. He has players. He has players who can drop buckets, who are only getting better. Keldon Johnson is probably going to be 6th man of the year, right? You have like first team or second team All NBA, All Defensive players like Stephon Castle on your team. You have De'Aaron Fox, who was a former Clutch Player of the Year, who I think was a all like second team, third team All Defense. Like he has teammates who, like De'Aaron Fox, as the number one option in Sacramento, was averaging like 27 points per game. Like De'Aaron Fox could drop 45, 50 points. He has offensive help. Like De'Aaron Fox is such a great guard where like he can facilitate, he can get you 10 assists, but he also get you 25 points in the same game while not turning the ball over and playing pretty good defense. And he's clutch. So I just don't understand why we attribute these wins that the Spurs have to Wemby, when the numbers show Wemby was playing on minutes restriction for half the season, right? And we saw what the Nuggets did to Wemby, how he couldn't stop Jokic. There's levels to this. Jokic hit the clutch shot when he missed the clutch shot. He's still young, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's too premature, all these conversations about Wemby. He can't be MVP. You'd be robbing Shea. You'd be robbing. If you want to say, something just fell on me. If you want to say Jokic would be getting robbed if Shea wins it, which is a dumb take, then there's no way you can say that Wemby deserves it, because both him and Shea would, Jokic and Shea would get robbed. That's why I think in MVP too, when you look back, it's like, did this person deserve to win? Like what would be the greater robbery? And that tells you who would have been at. Like last season, Shea had the perfect season. If somehow Jokic won the MVP, that wouldn't make any sense, especially given the fact that Jokic had beat Shea the previous year in 2024. Shea won a scoring title. He won a conference finals MVP. His team had 68 wins. He won 68 wins. He won a conference finals MVP. Then he goes on to win the finals MVP. And obviously he had the shoe release. It was the cover athlete of NBA 2K. Like, all that stuff would have still happened. The shoe release, cover athlete of 2K. He would have still, obviously the birth of his kid. He won Sports Person of the Year. Like, he won a bunch of awards, right? He got a day named after him and stuff. Like, imagine winning all those things and not winning MVP. Everyone will look back and say, how is this possible? And then add on top of that the fact that the Thunder beat the Nuggets in the second round, and Shea outplayed Jokic in that series. And you just look back at like the history of it. MVP is not based on postseason success. I agree, but the fact is, if the person who wins MVP of that season, they represent the narrative of the season. Who is it? Whose year was it? So if you have a guy who wins every single award, and then you give it to the other guy who he beat, it just wouldn't look right in the history books. I don't care what anybody would say. So that's why, last year Shea deserved it, because it would have been a massive robbery if he didn't. It would be. Because what else do you want a guy to do in a single season? He dominated every aspect. So like this season, Jokic, Shea, Luka, Cade, even Jaylen Brown are having better seasons than Wemby. Um, Wemby's probably going to run away with Defensive Player of the Year. Kudos to him. But he's not an MVP, and it's not even close. He's like 5th or 6th on my ballot. It'd be Shea, Jokic, Cade, Luka, Jaylen Brown, then Wemby. That's how it'd be. Next is Jaylen Brown, and I think that's it.